Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute. This music isn't right. The scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time to the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Well, that almost worked. Good morning, Nevermore. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming to you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's indiecd.org, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. Friends, if you are looking for a place to be hosted, if you are looking for a place to get the best you can out of what you have, in this time of conflict and consent, wow. I just had several adjectives just completely train wreck into my mind. If you want to know what they are, the best way to find out is to go to indiecd.org and dig around. You'll find people who are capable of things and who are doing stuff. Many of them you may see tonight on Creatives That Play. I believe is what it's called. Yeah, got it in one. Creatives That Play. On the Independent Creator Directory YouTube channel where this is being broadcast. I have no idea who or how many, but I've been asked to put out a memorandum. So I'm interrupting my advertisements for this. No, y'all. Yep, hold on. Now, I'm going to ask y'all to come here for a second. All right. Yeah. This is not a request. This is not a subtle invite. This is an absolute demand from our economic overlords that if you are creatives and you've been on the show and you're worried, do I have an invite? I don't want to go where I'm not invited. Oh my, let's be dramatic and get your butts on there in the seats making stuff for the amusement of the masses. Have I spoken or do I need to be less subtle? Because I can be. I know my genteel subtleness in saying, yes, go. They open the door. They send you the link. They have said yes. To all of you. To those of you who are harboring a secret little craft you do that, boy, I'd like to try to get on there and sit and chat and do my craft and be sociable. The people I work for. Note I said people, not the powers. That's a whole different broadcast. are by and large not mind readers. They use this stuff called communication. And if they say, reach out to us, mod on, we want to promote what you do, and we want to have fun talking to you, and they've said this to you, this is not a trap. This is not an elaborate scheme. Get your butts on. Now, I end that with the suffix "finord," so that you may. So yeah, nothing was said. No one knows anything. That is my game controller, and I'm not playing Minecraft. With that news, we are also brought to you by sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to teaching the art to others. Yes, I am working on new projects. Yes, I may be delaying some current projects for the new projects, but I have cracked it. We're going to go straight into Hanson Hellfire accountability. I have cracked the 33,000 word mark. Now, happy dance because I've started another scene. One of my famous, wait, this ties all the way back to the beginning of the book? Yes. It ties all the way back to the beginning of the book because things happen. And if you know, good, that means you're one of my beta readers who should have been reading it. Don't worry about edits. Don't worry about proofreads. It is an ugly first draft. Fun fact, really should not do that gesture of implied throwing an elbow when I have a tennis elbow in both elbows. Nope, programmed. But today is Wednesday. Wednesday means some things. It means after the show, I have to get everything rolling and get Xander dropped off so that I can go to my physical therapist and gain new and exciting forms of torture with which to endure. Because torture through healing is the most chaotic, neutral thing I've endured in a while, and it's delightful, he said, twitching, spazzing, and blinking out SOS. But that means I'm not messing around today, okay? In other news, how do I phrase this? This needs to be phrased. Had one of those nights. One of those nights where multiple people messaged me multiple things. Some more spicy than the others. Now, if you drop information on me and I don't respond promptly, but I've given something that says, okay, what does that mean? That means, one, I am thinking about the proper response and making sure I don't screw it up. Two, I may be dealing with something else. Last night was a bit of both. So to some of the people I was fumbling conversation-wise with and having my neck click in, as usual, still here, still doing the gig, but even I occasionally get busy. To the people who were asking me for advice on, okay, Nick, what now? Because I had a very important conversation with a friend who was asking me, what now? How are you dealing with X, Y, and Z? In certain topics I don't necessarily want to discuss, but I'm going to answer this. I'm going to answer this in the only way I can. A sword fighting metaphor. Of course, this should shock no one. It's me. It's either going to be a sword fighting metaphor, an art metaphor, or a food metaphor the vast majority of time. When you are in a melee, it doesn't matter how many people you are engaged with. It really doesn't. It doesn't matter if there's 3 or 30. What matters are how many of them can reach you at a time. dealing with them, and moving on to the next set of problems. Okay? Now, to the people who have rallied their banners and asked me what I am doing. What are you doing? What are you fighting? How are you holding the line? I'm going to tell you what, pups. I'm doing physical therapy that requires push-up-like actions to keep myself as far from the wheelchair as I can and as functional when I enter it as I can, while having blown out tendons in both arms, while taking care of a special needs child, while trying to help a whole bunch of people on the scope that I can. Understanding that I will be needed again and soon as certain things are bandied about. What I am doing is fighting within my reach, like I have been for the last at least 25, 30 years. I have to do some math. Oh, wait, 25. Yeah, we'll say about 30 years of scrapping. So, it's not that I am not engaging with new things. It's that I have been holding the line for 3 decades on the old things. And about half that time, caring for my son. So with all due respect to the individual who pinged me, I hope that you can calmly take up using a spinning wheel. Therefore, you may calmly sit down and spin. In other words, let's get to the commercials, and then I will get to your comments because I'm sure they're going to be spicy. Alrighty, it is Wednesday, which means I have a lengthy program to do a lot of art on. And I don't feel like half-butting it, so let's go through the comments. Carl's speaking as to how quiet it is in here today. I appreciate that. Donna says we still have about 20 minutes. Tells you how far behind I am starting. Calvin's snoring. Excellent. And hello to both of you. Morning all. Good morning, Trey. Morning, Thesis. Hi, Trey. Trey. Good morning, Trey. Hello, Thesis. So we've got a whole bunch of happy greetings. Callie says I'm awake now. Share your blueberry Pop-Tart. Almost wouldn't mind one. Good morning, Dawn. Influenza A has taken a hold. I had a feeling that was coming down the pipe when you were discussing how sick everyone was and you weren't, which is why I kind of didn't expect much in the way of discussion. What is out of line? I have this floof. There we go. Hey, Dawn of the entire house. Rest, hydrate, try to stay isolated. That's all you can do. You guys know the routine. Hey, Don, how are you guys feeling? Hey. And good morning, Don. Oh, no, hope you're better by ndcd.com. Rough. Should be. Me too, Carl. I'm hoping it works through my system. I have prep for my tables, though. We understand, Don, if you're quiet and not on the show tonight. Get better, Don. Thank you. I will not be able to do the show tonight. Not going to push it. No. Okay. Do I need to zoom in again? I will. Dawn, like everyone else, illness happens. Do not let the the reflex of corporate wage slavery drive you to destroying yourself. That would be foolish. Rest, recover, move on. Now, and I promise not to bug you too much about Munzie. I really need a rolled up piece of paper so I can Auntie Tawny you, but I got today's, LOL. Just rest and feel better. Bless you, Dawn. Good morning. And good morning, Josh. Good to hear from you. And Dawn is flipping Josh the bird. Josh is flipping Dawn the bird. I'm not doing anything to anyone. There's no proof. I'm not going full Johnny Cash over here. No. It's too bad, Dawn. You rest up. And hi, everyone. Hi, Foxy. Hey, Foxy and Josh. Hey, Foxy and Josh. Donna. 4 cats stole my heated blanket last night, and I ended up sleeping on the extra mattress. Maybe I need to get another heated blanket for that bed. Might not be a bad idea. FYI, the thumbnail today made me giggle. Well, the fact that poor Joe had to take message complaints from someone who signed off as the name Tit McFiggle, and boy, do I have to be careful saying that name, means everyone should find some enjoyment. At least enjoy the absurdity. Sounds like it. Good morning, folks. There will be an Indie CD Creatives at Play tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. 9 p.m. is when I sleep. No, I'm kidding. I don't sleep. Hey, Joe. I will not be around for most of this chat morning due to trying to get stuff done for work before our conference tomorrow. How dare you, Joe? You working and taking care of business. Joe is standing on business. Okay, we can deal with that. Hello, Carl. Sounds like my one cat. He stole it again last night, but we have snow. Yeah, you southern folks need to be braced. Right now, it is a balmy 12 degrees Fahrenheit, which means with our winds, it is probably bare minimum -3. Bare minimum, because we usually cruise around 15-mile-an-hour winds baseline at this time of the morning. Good morning, Carl. Hey, Joe. And yes, we will be going out in that because we are insane. Hey, everyone, I missed while gossiping. Gossiping? Gossiping? There was gossip? Was tea spilled? Hey, Trey. Good morning, Josh and Trey. When our 7 cats passed across the bridge, I had the bright idea that we would get twin beds in that room. Now we've got 5 cats. I need to rearrange. LOL. And we got greetings, and we got greetings, and we got morning. And don't forget to like and share, Nick. Yes, please get our message out because I promote so many great people. People like Random Spin. Yeah, let's just hit that now.
Hello, I'm Dan Hollifield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Abelian Webzine, the world's oldest free creative writing e-zine since 1997. Since then, we have helped over 500 amateur writers learn what they needed to turn pro. www.aphelion-webzine.com and read not only what we've got going on right now, but 28 years worth of our archives of stories. Thank you very much.
All righty. And let's see. Hey, Nick. Hey, Donna. We're going to take a minute and remember that Donna Carleen has no control of the mojo. She has relinquished it and let it run amok, like Sarah Sanderson, but on sugar and speed. Now, yes, there is no rat tail, lucky or otherwise, that is safe. It's part of why I've had to grow my luscious locks a little farther so that there's no confusion. Although they are trying to poof out the other side, because of course they are. That feeling when blowing your nose out actually works and gets stuff out. That is amazing, Foxy, and I hope it feels well. And morning, Nick. Our chat will have to be rescheduled. Well, obviously. I kind of saw that coming, dear. You need to be papoosed. Not just like in bed. You have to be a dawn burrito, okay? Sipping snacks. I don't want to hear that, well, everyone else is sick, so I have to take care of them. Bah, I have my favorites. And I am an absolutely terrible human being when it comes to that. Now, we will remind you, of course, because it's not a morning that if I don't do this little bit of art, and remind you that Dawn is the creator of Her Fashionable Felines, Buddy and Georgette, whose stories still continue to amuse us on Facebook, as well as the host of Indie CD 411, which may or may not happen sometime before the convention, referring to the convention. If it does, groovy. If it doesn't, I am going to keep on. Okay? Now, puts like on before Foxy gets snot on it. Wow. Doesn't it just? Been fighting that one since last night. Indeed. Especially when your ears pop. I currently take all sorts of meds to try to keep my ears able to pop and not go deaf again for as long as I can have medicine. Moving on. Oh no, that sounded ominous. Foxy. It didn't sound ominous. It was ominous and just vaguely threatening in an obscure and hard to define fashion that does not appear as legally valid because I'm good at what I do. Things and stuff? Yes, things and stuff. And how stuffed that is will depend on something very important, being the choices made by this lovely woman. Now, during the brief interlude, I may have received a few messages. And instead of typing, I will obscurely reference them because I can. On the first, probably on the 2nd. Why, yes, sponsored. I am fascinated by the new project that should be going live soon. And thank you so much for giving me access to the prototype document. It's always good to see what other people come up with. Am I going to tell you guys what it is? Maybe, maybe not. We shall see. And third, I didn't hear anyone say rutabaga. So, nope, I'm keep on keeping on. La da 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 da. Yes, that tune is stuck in my head. Got my A1C checkup this afternoon. Wish me luck. Good luck. I am all stuff and a few things. Well, you're full of something, Carl, and we're sure of that. No, we love you. Sad I'm going to miss the premiere of the new show. I might try to be on later. Rock on, Foxy. That's how it rolls. I just don't want any doubt, whispered. I wasn't sure if I was invited or not. The only reason I'm not saying that they rolled out the welcome mat for you is, as someone who is folklore acquainted, I would never own something so dangerous and foolish. The closest one I have is one on the inside that simply reads home. I have considered putting out a mat, but it would have to be very special to hold up the crosswinds we deal with. And any key that would be under it would be far more Solomonic than opening my front door, because we are great friends of the philosophy of the great fictional philosopher St. Fafo the Just. And knock on my door at your peril. That being said, welcome to my house. No, now I'm going to have that song blaring through my head. Now, let's see. Good luck, Thesis. But I may try jump into the comments depending on how I'm feeling. Of course. Ouch. That's a call out. No, that's a warning. A call out's far more dramatic. You're all welcome tonight, says Trelena. This is an invitation. Foxy, Thesis, Amanda, Rich, and everyone else that has been on or would like to be on, see you there, providing you're civil. I will tell you this, as most of the normal attendees will be on screen and busy, as long as there's civility, it will be fine. Any lack of civility, I will be in the room in all black, wielding a literal banhammer, and just may it swing. Do you really want me to be on every show doing Weather Brother? Josh? I have to ask this because I know I have a speech impediment, so I'm going to ask you this. Did I bleeping stutter? If you want to sit in the corner and review your weather information, and every so often have the screen come up to you and say, yeah, right now it's cold, and then scroll on, let's go for it. Kick the tires and light the fires. I have been asked to address this with subtlety and tact. Subtlety and tact being a matched pair of screamish sticks that I wish to drum on technology's head. They are my nicer, gentler accompaniment to kindness, the sword of solutions. And of course, my personal favorite weapon, Crystal Blue Persuasion, the sledgehammer of subtlety. I was thinking the same thing, Woodsman dude. I don't have anything to make at the moment and have no material, so Foxy may be on instead. You can talk with us, so yeah. Makes sense, Thesis. You have to be our tech support anyway. Authors can come on and promote their works, explain what inspires them. Or days like today where the comment reader is ill. Thesis can be comic relief. It's creatives at play, not being super serious and being crazy cat Slut Shop. No, that's the show that comes later. But only when it starts getting close to the con. What are you doing? Making. Some of us would need a link. That can be arranged, Mr. Witzman. I may be a little late, however, fair warning. No worries, pop in when you want. Will it pop on the independent channel? Yes. Happy. Good morning, everyone. Happy hump day. Happy hump day, Chris, and we are humping right along. Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris. Baby squealing up. Yeah, otherwise, I may have a coughing fit. That's fine. Morning, Chris. Morning, Chris. Hopefully that you get well quickly. Any snow your way? Why not sword fighting, food, and art metaphor? Because I don't wanna. A little, Josh. Joe Dog probably got more than I did. Posted pics in the UWN group. Excellent. Drop links. Okay, I haven't been on there yet. Thanks, by the way. Spicy Nick today. He's got that tahine. The fact I know how to pronounce that as a white guy. That is a nice shot, Chris. A county north of me got around 3 inches. Hey, Chris. I am behaving. I'm learning so that I can miss something and still be loved and included. Pinky wiggles. Pinky wiggles to me. Yes. Would have been more interesting and fun if her last name was McWiggle or... Yes. I would have also accepted McGee as a classic callback. Because, Dawn, we just hit the freezing mark. Dawn. Hi, Anne. Hi, Anne. Sorry if it was a spicy day. Some people need positive reinforcement. Others need me to crack the whip. I'm capable of all. That's not... Let's see. Pinky wiggles to Dawn. Hi from Anne. And we appreciate and muck. No confusion. What's your secret? By being famously blunt. If I'm not going to be the sharpest tool in the shed, I will be incredibly blunt. Either way, it treats confusion. Dawn's babies. Her babies. Lots of greetings for Anne. Yesterday, little Miss dumped her entire toy box out. I think she was trying to give us toys to feel better. Oh, what a sweetheart. They do try. Nice work, kiddo. I almost couldn't start my show because I had a dusty just like on my face earlier. I have no idea what I will make tonight, but I have all day to come up with something. I'm sure it will be beautiful because that's what you do. A beautiful jewelry with a slightly primal aesthetic. I'll probably be doing something easy so I can produce at the same time. But I plan on working on thesis commission today. Can't wait to see it. If anyone needs the link to participate tonight, let me know and I'll DM it. Thank you, Trelena. I can't wait to hand Mom the peep for her birthday on March 3rd. Wonderful. And picture of Georgette can be found here. Aw. I'll make sure it gets there in time, thesis. Aw, thanks, Trey. Hi, Ann. With all the annoying people that used to pop on my doorstep considering getting a, oh, poop, not you again. Rock on. One of these days I'll tell a story of Foxy brother and I having a sword fight with stale French bread. That was hilarious. Oh no, Calvin is charging up in the sun. I think I'm going to be glad we're going out for lunch. I am always out to lunch, according to some people, and I do try to stay consistent. So what we're going to do is we're just over the half-hour mark. I'm going to run another ad. And then when we get back, we will be doing artwork.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho! Santa-Stein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Alrighty. That's interesting. My cell phone absolutely refuses, there we go, to get off the Wi-Fi. All right, we're going to start with Tickle Me Eno from Dan Hallfield. Sorry about that blur as we get the volume where we want it. There we go. Because it is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Solar powered pets, is that why Indigo goes crazy every afternoon? Makes sense. Yep. Time lapse. Alrighty, let's take the tires and light the fire. Time lapse before time lapse. Alrighty then. It's been a while, so let's go back a bit to our roots here. Actually, we need a nice sky. What kind of sky? Actually, no, I don't want a nice sky. I'm not feeling like Mr. Nice Sky. I'm feeling a bit ominous-y. How ominous-y am I feeling? Well, not that pen. Good Lord in heaven. Let's see how this looks. Nope, not that one either. We'll do this. We'll do this. I guess it'll be a moderately nice sky, and we'll actually... What? Aha! Victory for me. Time. No? We're going to open up with this kind of hazy feeling. Okay. Just sweep that across, because we are opening up with a landscape of some sort. I really like this, but from what I'm hearing... Oh, you're welcome. Alice Cooper's a great guy. Great music to have stuck in your head. I love the fact that he babysat for Keanu Reeves. Now, the next thing we're going to do is get our thick brush, not pointillism. I want thick. Thank you. I want it thick. Yeah. Nope. And I don't want it there. I love the undo button. That angle's off. This is going to be one of those that has a couple false starts, but there we go. I have a distinct shape in mind. Instead of letting the art kind of guide me, I'm bossing me around, which oftentimes it does. I let the art just kind of tell me what it wants to do. Today I'm a little clearer in the image I want to project. So let's pick this, and if I come here to my fill tool, refer only to editing layer. I did not close something up. Aha! I see where. I was close. Get my be zoomed out. See, will it work now? Yes. And now it's merged, and now it's full. 3 taps gets it where we want. Oh, the undo button is a wonderful thing. Now, normally I would be, well, let's see. I'll be revisiting this in a bit, but I'm not going to waste a lot of time because I kind of want to flatten it all in. So, we're going to go... Actually, I think I'm going to give this, just jump to the next layer. That way I have more room to be precise. Remember that tool that I didn't want to use right then? Now I want to use it. With a fairly medium green. Now, one good thing with your, if you're using the pointillism brush, which, you know, shot gas pourer, I adore the pointillism brush. You want to keep in mind the orientation. So I'm going to show you over here. If you go here, your leaves are going to look very horizontal and orderly. So if we do up here, they're very horizontal, very orderly. The sun is catching them, and I'm arcing them slightly to fit in with the sun. But you'll notice down here, it's absolute swirly-gig chaos. This is because the plants are gnarled at the bottom. So when I start adding a darker green, which this is a kind of yellowier green, but I'm going to use it anyway, it gives more texture to it. And when I get the green I was actually shooting for, we can get that gnarled shadiness. Now, most of the time I use, for the purpose of this program, the basic color set. And I'm going to be educational right now because I think we need a bit of that. A little bit of education is good for y'all. Deal with it. There are many, many, many other color sets I could be using. And I encourage you, if you use a program like this, take some time and explore. I also realize that I have been very kind of stuck lately. I've been stuck because I have had limited time to do the art I would like to do. So I will be doing a lot of art in the near future that is not solely based on doing thumbnails for this channel. Tropical Matterhorn? Kinda. Yes. Good eye. There is a part of me that really wants to do something else to it. But I'm going to come down to this layer. I'm going to grab my big old fat brush just like I was. Back to thick oil paint. No. Actually, no, I don't want that gray. I want a more mellow gray. A more gray gray. We're going to do this. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if I can do the same fill thing because I'm doing it blind. So let's hide this and see if I've set up right. I didn't undo, I just hid the layer. See? This little eyeball poking up here? Yeah. Fill this. Because I have a better. Double tap. Now it is filled all the way across here, which is not what I wanted, but is what I expected. So we're going to go back and do a little bit of restoration. By doing this, just like so, you should be able to pull and keep my color variant. I want an even lighter one. Kind of popped in the middle over here. I don't even know if this is going to be tall enough to show over the leaves. Oh, I don't want that. We need, there we go. We'll do that. Now let's add this and see if anything, yes, that's much better. I wanted more depth going back. We have all this happiness going on. I'm not sure how much detailing I want to do because I kind of like the mutedness. So I'm going to come up to my top, add another layer. Now we're going to have some fun because we need a figure. We need a person. Let me get my pencil. Let me get a color that I will be able to look at for a minute and have stand out, but not make my eyes bleed. Many years ago, I had a comic I did. It did not get published. It was mostly destroyed in a computer fire. But it's one I plan on revisiting at some point. And I might just... I'm trying to remember the character design. That's not what I want. Come on. No, that is though. This needs to be right here. I'm going to add a character into this mess. Because I can. I was a big fan of a certain game franchise about a very specific archaeologist. And the problem was, I know just enough about archaeology that she always broke things. Oh, hey, you lay down, you rest. Unlike Trey, who must use eye-bleeding colors. Well, she's doing fiber art in a time of depression. She does tend to lean towards, more dramatic colors. However, I'm going to just do this. This. Belt buckle. Rolled up sleeve. Morning, son. And let me see. I want to make sure I'm not missing the comments because I'm kind of in full art mode. I bought a whole pack of cardstock just for the bright pink, orange, and yellow. I've only used pink for one of Rich's journals. Well, sounds like you've got material. And shockingly, this is just the rough. Character piece, but do that. Half tuck because I think that's funny. Suspenders because suspenders are always awesome. Feminine without being excessive. Yeah, let's go. What is she doing? Don't you have the stuff on? Let's keep it here. We'll do something with the hands. We'll figure it out in a sec. Did I just peanuts that hand a bit? Yes, I did. That works. That works pretty well. I think that's a pretty good sketch. I've got a little roughness in there, a little bit of detailing, adventurous. At least I haven't involved giant spiders yet. Now we'll come over here, grab my favorite pen, which is usually the Zero pen. And I'm going to zoom and do some work. And I just realized that the Richie's journal matches the Sword Trainer. It means you like that shade of bright pink. And sometimes I just want to make a traffic cone. I still want to see the construction coven traffic cone witch hat with like the hat band of high res, the silvery high res strip stuff. I know they sell that trim somewhere. I am apparently not allowed to find it. But I still have the awesome coat that Joey gave me. Alrighty. Oh, I made a mistake, so I have to merge this one with that layer down because I accidentally started doing inking experimentation in blue, not the black I needed. So I just fixed it now, so I don't have to fix it later. We're zooming in, and gads, does that look horrible zoomed in? Well, it's okay though. We're gonna drop down to maybe a 4. And I'm going to start doing this. And yes, I have that tune stuck in my head. So what is your favorite style of comic books? Your favorite titles? I ask this because I received some news recently, and now I am very tempted to do not just one, but possibly read 2 modern comics. The first one being the more expected / popular One World Under Doom, because as a rule, Dr. Doom tends to be right in the long run. Yes, bright spots in the darkness. Yes. And from what I've seen of this title, Doom has been made Sorcerer Supreme for reasons I do not yet know or understand. And he has also unified the entire world. Yay! So he and his, Avengers or whatever were all excellent, because of course Marvel has to do Doom badly in the long run. No eggs. No eggs? Well, thank you for the heads up, buddy. And a whole bunch of people say hi. And yes. So I'm looking forward to that because, the idea of if we're going to have evil leaders, at least could they be competent for change, is delightful. But that isn't the big one. That is not the one that has my biscuits, browning in the oven, so to speak. There is a special I want to say it's Dynamite and DC. It may be IDW DC, but I know DC is involved. Have decided that the best thing to do right now, for reasons I don't know and I don't care, is to do a new Harley title. I love me some Harley Quinn. Crossed over with the Mistress of the Dark herself, Elvira. Yes, a Harley Elvira limited, I guess, crossover comic. And my friends, my duckies, the people whom I love, I am here for it. I am absolutely here for it. So I look forward to, I don't really care what they're doing. It could be a cookbook. I would want to read it. That's it. Now, Nick, you haven't been doing a lot of figure work lately? No, I haven't. I realized that in my dealing with everything and taking care of everyone and advanced spinning wheel studies to the point I was literally in my mental workshop designing spinning wheels last night while I was sleeping because, well, that's normal, right? You guys all have a mental workshop you sometimes go to when you sleep to fix things so that when you wake up you know how to fix them. That's not a just me thing. Anyway. I realized I haven't been drawing much at all lately. And that is way up there on the it's not a good sign. Is that right? Not bad. Not perfect, but not bad. It's a long time since I've tried to draw a pith helmet, and yes, he wears a pith helmet. Because pith helmets are cool. And people are starting to appreciate Disney's Atlantis. Finally! Now, when they finally appreciate Disney's Treasure Planet properly, and before you get stupid, Disney, no, it does not need a remake. You're probably going to do a live-action remake anyway, which is okay. We can accept that. It's far more necessary than why there is a quasi-live-action CGI remake of How to Tame Your Dragon. That confuses me. With the only difference being, apparently they've made Astrid a brunette for a reason I do not understand. I mean, they're Vikings. They kind of notoriously looked a certain way, but okay, cool. They don't need to remake a lot of things they do, but I like the idea of them revisiting at least titles that weren't properly appreciated in their time, e.g. Treasure Planet and Atlantis. But of course, those are sci-fi. And we can't have more sci-fi in Disney. Disney has to be solely fantasy, dang it. I need to fix something. And those of you who have paid attention will know what I need to fix. Let me zoom out. I'm taking my time with this one. I'm having a good time. I will have to wrap it up quickly, though, so I can't dawdle too much. Give me this. Give me that. There we go. Pop quiz, who's been paying attention? Why did I change the angle of this sword, this machete? Uh-huh. That's right. We got one proper winner in the discussion. All right, yeah, I'm still 0. That. Need to fix some of this because I'm changing the angles. That's fine. Wrong layer. There we go. Oh shoot. Did I? No. That's what I thought. I fixed the black on the wrong layer. Give me just a sec. There we go. Didn't want her to look like McBro? Close! Unable to hold it straight like that comfortably. Good, Thesis. You've been doing your reading. It's not quite unable to. It can be learned to an extent. It's just far less comfortable. And the question readily becomes, why would you use something that's far less comfortable? This probably should round it, but I have a very specific type of branded machete in mind. So you'll see a little change to the blade work. There we go. There we go. And why did I give it a sawback? Because I am German and short swords should have sawbacks. The sawback, it makes it more functional. I do love how genteel most cultures are with their swords. And then you have the German hunting sword, which, you know, what you may not know, not only has a sawback, but it's basically a German machete. And they, you know, they were just, many other cultures were sickened and, you know, disgusted at the way the Germans would handle their swords, using it like a tool and hacking through things and splitting wood with it. Like it was designed to do that sort of thing. I'm trying to remember. Right-handed. Was it cavalry hook? Well, in this case, it'll be low so it doesn't interfere with her. There we go. Yes, she's in a dangerous jungle. Yes, she has a freedom dispenser. No, it is not irresponsible. No, it is not an insane place for it. Don't come at me. No, she's not wielding 2 of them because that is stupid. Pommel of Discord. Yes, or Dirk. We like Dirks. Atlantis was a great movie, in my humble opinion. And see, now that you know these sorts of things, and yes, that angle is almost perfect. That delights me. You start to recognize it, and then you will suffer the way I suffer sometimes. Now I have to do something really weird. Because I have to hide let's see, leave her there. Literally hide everything else. So that I can work on her as is. And I'm going to come back here. No, I don't need the pencil. Continue the pen. There we go. Still not sure what I know what she's doing. She's adjusting the back of her pack. got a big old duffel sling bag on. Not the most practical choice, but it fits with her style. I need to work on these braids a little bit, that's okay. Now, I am adding a color, the layer, and I'm putting it under this layer. And the reason I am doing that is I need to color her in, but I can't use the multiply tool. Because if I use the multiply tool, it will look like stained glass over the other colors behind it. And she could be adjusting a wedgie. I mean, thank you, though. I do need to fix one thing over here before I switch tools. There we go. And I can come back and fix that, but there we are. So we're here. We're going to go into our markers, and we're going to grab the Millipen. Now, I'm grabbing the Millipen because the Millipen, amongst all other pens, does something very special. It has no pressure sensitivity, which means that I don't have to worry about it being wider or narrower. Than a given area. Now, yes, it looks like I am being very sloppy. The thing is, I know after having years of done this that I will have to come back over to do the pen, do like the belting area over here anyway. So instead of wasting my time and your time watching this with being excessively precise, I can do it a little rough because I know I have to come back and re-ink the areas that I'm getting it on anyway, and I'll have to be precise anyway. Those should be much darker brown. Now, she's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of browns involved for this, because that makes sense. There's no reason for her to be skulking around the jungles in bright colors, and there's no reason for her to be in full camouflage like some kind of paratrooper. That doesn't fit her character class. So she is essentially rugged wear that will keep her safe. Her proportions aren't quite where I want them to be, but I like this image, so I will let this one slide for now. As we go back and forth through here. I will go here because she's quite fair-skinned, but she uses a fairly chemically neutral sunblock in the range of SPF like 6,000 because she is fair-skinned and does not wish to burn. But it's fairly chemical neutral so that she's not poisoning every body of water she climbs into or gets around. Yay, courtesy! It's a thing. Now, this. We're going to come back here to flatten this. What I want is this to look kind of like the old travel posters from a very specific period. And I am hoping I am going to reach that look. We will see. I may have to do some light effects on her when I'm done, but that's okay too. And I know I'm very due for another commercial. And I know what I forgot in the line work, so I will have to fix that in just a moment. I see a gap, and I need to fix that. That's okay. Still not quite perfect in her hand, but I'll take it. And you come back here, come back to the pen tool, and go back to black, because we're back in black for a moment. Wrap this up. This. The grip of this is actually orange because it is based on, rather roughly, but based on a product by Fiskars. Oh, I grabbed the wrong color. Accidentally. There we go. So we're going to do this. And because the sheath for it is here, we can go there, which means I will have to add some kind of belt. If I do it right, I can go right through there. And this is where, you know, I love that I can merge the steps. I can do things at the same time using digital art that I can't with regular art. I still prefer traditional, I always will, but just do a little bit of old-fashioned. Cross-hatch. It keeps things interesting. Oh, bye, Anne. Have a wonderful time. I know these programs run long. Okay, we're going to go blue, back to there. We're going to go back to our color layer, and we're going to go back to our Millipen, and everything is back in order. Again, because the sheath is based on the one by Fiskars, it will be orange. That way, if she drops her knife, it's not a black knife in the dark or a brown and green camouflage knife on a brown and green background like so many people seem to want to carry who never go in the woods. Sorry. Why, Nick? That sounded vaguely rageful. Vaguely. For the purpose of this one, she's going to have a very simple brunette hair thing going. Normally it would be a little more complicated, and I see the line part I have to fix. Wow, saying you were influenced by Square Enix art at an early age without saying you were influenced by Square Enix art at an early age. In other things that absolutely delight me more than I care to express, not only have I seen more leaks from the Final Fantasy, especially Final Fantasy VII Magic release that's coming up, I got to see my favorite monster of all time in any of the FF games. My boy and my spirit animal, Homeberry. I think they did him a little dirty, considering the huge bonuses they gave Jumbo Cactor, but I won't complain too much because he's at least there. Yes, I'm giving her the 80s Ankylosaur beads in her hair, because if you can't go and whack somebody scorpion style with your hair, what really is the point, you know? Now, let me get this straightened out. I still have to grab this, Get a little bit more so I'm not wasting all my time. Well, no, that is not the color I want. I want that color, please. Thank you. It's not perfect. Swapping to the line layer so I can do a little bit cleanup. But my art will never be perfect. And if I stop because something isn't perfect, I'd never do anything. I would just lay on the ground, twitching uncomfortable. Now, I don't want to lay on the ground twitching uncomfortable. You don't want me to lay on the ground twitching uncomfortable. It's not anything anybody wants to see. I know, because I have to do that every night for my physical therapy. And yes, right now I'm sure some of you are going, Nick, I know you do physical therapy, but maybe you should just do some therapy because, oh boy. But if I do that, then Carl will be out his secret Nobel Peace Prize study on people he thinks are cryptids. I know when I'm being studied. I know how it is. Y'all aren't fooling anybody. Yeah, I need a little bit more. Ah! That got wild. This is why the multiply tool makes life so happy. But I did things a little out of order, and it still would have been problematic. So we have solved problems before they become problems. Let's see. Okay, we need a little bit of this, and we need a lot less of this. While we're here, we're just going to do what it needs to do anyway. Do that. So if we pan out, we go acceptable. That is an acceptable piece of art. And that alone would be enough for a thumbnail. Hold up. Okay, Cinderella. I wasn't talking about your shoes, but if they fit your feet, lace those bad boys up. Anyway. Spicy Nick is spicy. How? Oh, you actually don't come back. You need to hide. Although I did a pretty good job if that's all the blue that's left over. I'm going to call that pretty darn good. But we throw this on, and suddenly, wait, there's a story. There's something going on. People are interested. Now, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to add one more layer. It's going to be a multiply layer. I'm going to make it a airbrush soft and about a 30, brush 15. Pull that down to something manageable. Soften some stuff up just a bit. See, I love following my dear friend Nita Lanning because, amongst other things, despite the fact that all of the art is rather racy, you have been warned, don't come at me. And if you are one of my lovely lurkers who are underage, do not follow Nita Lanning. Anyway, she is not for you yet. Anyway. That's it. Soften that up. Not one. A little bit of old-fashioned shading here, a little bit of shading right here. Just to add some more depth to the picture. Yeah! I think we could call that a bit of a win, can't you? I think so. Dan Holofield, you absolute master of disaster, how did you know? No, hold, stop. Stop the... Whoa. I need to stop the music here. Bravo, Mr. Hollifield! You are a man of culture, wisdom, and you... Bravo! To call it so accurately just staggers me. Bravo freaking oh. I am impressed. Well done, sir. That's scary accurate. That is scary. Yes, sir. You just made my week. Sorry about that, but that just blew my mind for a moment. Let me just exit solo layout. Come here. Where did my... There we go. Why is it doing that? Oh, because that's the layout I use. Derp. Sorry. It was being problematic. Well, to call it... Go. Thank you. No. That is the... To get the caliber and kind is one thing, but to get the exact model and barrel length of the weapon I plan to use, I'm not kidding. Wow. And you don't wow me for being able to draw it right. That makes me happy. Alrighty, I need to sign this bet. I'm sorry, that just delighted me. I don't think you guys know. Oh yeah, you want your music back, probably. I gotta sign off on this one. That blew my mind, sir. Okay, now, we'll sign that, file, save as, Indiana, Miranda, and the tropical Matterhorn. That sounds good. Save. Now, export single layer PNG. Yes, because she'll want that. Bam. Export time lapse. And no, I did not goof up having the machete hung on her left. The machete is hung so it can be drawn by her left hand so that her right hand is free to draw a pistol. Or her left hand can. There's a way. It's a good one. Anyway, okay. I gotta play with this a bit. But, do that. Do that. And I have a massive upload I have to do onto my DA and YouTube again. I mean, it's just staggering. But that's okay. Now we go. This time we are not using Papyrus. Oh, well, actually using Papyrus makes sense because it looks like the librarian. So we can go. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. But I am really, really tempted to go. Let's see, where is it? No. I can always change it right back. No. There's a very specific font I'm looking for, and I'm hoping I actually have it in here. I know there should be a way to curve the lettering, but I haven't been able to get it to do that. No, I'm gonna undo that. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the papyrus. I need to explore this because I want to be able. Oh, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. So you know what? We're gonna play with it a bit. Oh, but it's still set for skew, not expand. Okay, because now I can set the settings. 1 second. Mode. Scale rotate. You know what? A little bit of pulpy fun for our dear friends because of the roots with BKM. And let's see, what is next week? The 24th. JPEG 224.25, and we'll just go MTF. Okay, so the first one went long, but I don't think anybody's going to complain too much because that came out freaking awesome. Alrighty, so that's saved, do not save that part. File new. Oh, what's this? What's this up here? What's this about? Free admission ticket for IndieCD.con 2, March 8th, 2025, 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. at 410 South Aidway Site, Fowler, Indiana, 47944. Yes, I guess you all get a free admission ticket right there because you watched the stream. Darn it. Oh, what's going on is I was doing an ad for the upcoming convention. Okay? Now, let's see. We need a new. We need a one of these. And we need to run an ad and come back with the music. Let's see. What ad should we run? Yeah, let's run Foxy.
Hi, I'm Auntie Foxy, and I'm a crafting addict. I make custom jewelry from recycled materials, and Foxy has wares if you have coin. You can find me at indiecd.org/about-auntie-foxy. I hope to see you there.
And let's see. Lunch is late for some of you. Yes, Thesis, you will enjoy Nita's work. If you aren't following Nita Lanning, you are missing out. Foxy, I know firearms like Thesis, no swords. Yes, you do. That one, Mr. Hollifield, you have impressed me, sir. Now, I may have to do an additional art stream because I'm running low on time. No, I can't do that. You guys, I'm so excited about what's coming out. I almost did fan art of a property that I don't own. which I don't do on this show. Wow, that one actually hurt. Okay, let's go. Let's just see where this is going to take me. Where is this taking me? Where is this taking me? I didn't time lapse yet, so it's okay. Because I forgot time lapse. There we go. Oh, I forgot to put the music on too. I know. I am just not on it today at all, am I? Do I like this? I don't know. Let's just keep. Ooh. Yeah, we're going. We're keeping this picture because that's one of the best cowboy style hats I've been able to whip out in a long time. So I'm just going to keep it. A pirate. That would mean I get to do. Big feather. Let's go. Let's go. Oh no, not a femme fatale pirate. That's terrible. Why would I draw a femme fatale pirate? No, not that. Man, say I miss Ren Fair without saying I miss Ren Fair. I know, I gotta get the music going, but right now my brain is letting me draw pretty well. I like this pencil. It is like hyper responsive. I don't know what it's called because it's in Japanese. Oh, I should have known it's a good pencil. I should have known that. Okay, let's just get this going. I think if you're going to be a villain and a lady, your eyeliner game and your must be absolutely on point, or else it doesn't work very well. Fancy cowboy pirate. Oh, that's getting right into jack of all trades territory. And I am absolutely here for it. But I have to bang this one out in black and white because I'm not going to have time for color. Now, what's great is having a timeline like this sometimes means I have to rush, do what I want to do. And that sounds bad. It really does. But it really isn't, because It's great practice for working under a little bit of strain. And I know I'm due for some more music. I gotta do the music thing, but I'm getting to prototype a new character, and she needs a distinct sword. So let's play with this a bit. We'll give her a little one. That's not right. That's not right. 1 second. It needs to go. It still needs that piece, but I want to go here, 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 and bulk like so, then out the back like so. Because she's definitely a fantasy pirate. This is not historical in any way, shape, or form. But not everything has to be. Nick, did you do a bunch of that just to cover it up with the hand? Yes, yes, I did. We're going to pop through that, and while I am doing this real quickly, because I'm going to have to work on that line real quick. This is fun. Sander, put your nuggets and fries in, bud. I'm going potty. After you're done. Okay? Just giving you the timeline because we have to go out after I'm done with my show. So I need to get you and me fed. Sorry, guys. That's a bit of what I like to call parental frets. Yeah, basically. That, or you will learn it as part of your villain arc. It happens. Because who doesn't love a good villainous glow up? What we have here is what's lovingly referred to as a tangent I have to fix. Boink. We're going to do this. And we're going to come and give it a little bit of rotation. Because that was almost too flat. Actually, let's just do it like that. Because she's got it propped where it's going to be level, which is a great way to stop somebody from going where they think they're going. Or at least make them pause. This has a very subtle power move of, what did you think you were doing now? Oh, honey child, you have done made yourself a grotesque error in the understanding of how this goes. Sorry, that would not be how she speaks, but I've had Miss Crimson in my head lately. And Miss Crimson is very likely to drop a... oh, no, my dear. You don't. A villain needs not rule the world. A villain just needs to rule their part of the world as they deem fit. The vast majority of time, things work really well for Doom when he handles his business in Latveria. Woo! My hand just turned off and dropped my pen. Come on now. And there's no judgment there. That's what minions are for. Well, I don't handle the day-to-day. I find competent people who do, and if they fail to handle the day-to-day, then I have them executed. Meritocracies work much better when failure to have merit gets you thrown to the laser-headed sharks. But the whole body language of this woman right now is saying, and Who do you think you are to be speaking to me this way? I'm going to give her a couple necklaces just to give her some baubles. Gives her a little bit more character. I like her little armored half gauntlet thing going on over here. I'll accept that as amusing. Oh, this is rough. This is rough. But that's okay. I haven't gotten to play in the land of the rough and the streaky in a while, and it's good for me. Normally, I wouldn't be doing this all on one layer, but again, we are in a place where I need to get some stuff done. So I am in turbo mode, just a little bit. Nick, yeah, I need to be able to bang out our on-site art commissions quickly and effectively. If only I were in training for that again. Oops. One of my favorite styles of character, and I will always love, is the controlled, vaguely British quasi femme fatale character as embodied by Captain Amelia from the aforementioned Treasure Planet. Oh, yes. There we go. And I do love the fairly petite, very femme-coded femme commander and her like massive, overpowered, you know, I use battle axes to solve my problems, first mate. Big belt. Do that. Give us some spikes. I love the idea that you have this great ogre looking fella whose biceps are literally larger than her waist, about to smite the heck out of somebody. And with the slight bump from her sword hilt and a soft word, he is contained for the moment. This delights me. I like stories like this. This is what a rough sketch from Nick's mind might normally just bang out. I might use these two in a game. I like these two. I'm a few weeks out from the next D&D session, and I have players who desperately need new directions to go into. Let's add some black work here. Again, just quick, sketchy fun. I am not terribly serious about this. And yes, Grok the orc kind of looks like Bruce Campbell. He's kind of got that Bruce Campbell energy, and I'm here for that. But you know what? Let's make her an elf. Let's make her an elf. It all starts to make sense now. See, I love, and to my dear friend who always yells at me, why, why, Nick? Why do you always draw your elves with big ol' honkin' weather vane ears? Because the first elf that springs to mind back in the day was Deedlit. And Deed forever influenced my art, okay? There is a reason that over 30 years later, Record of the Lotus War is still considered a classic manga, which spawned a classic anime and helped define the Japanese understanding of the D&D style RPG genre basically through today. And yes, there's a ship involved, but it's not a sailing ship. Oh no, Nick making a hot elf. Who would have guessed? Exactly. It is on brand. And just for that, we're going to throw a little bit of color in. Just a bit. Just a bit. Give me my Millipen back. Oh no, Nick did a hot drow elf. It's even worse. Not hot dark elves. No. It pains me. I do like to think that the dark elves, at least in my world, evolved much larger ears than like your standard elves. Because living in the dark, you have to rely on your hearing so much more than your sight. There we go. And yes, when I am stressed or upset, I often draw elves. Why, Nick, you're always drawing elves. Yes. And there we go. Now, for our ogreish, orcish friend. Oh, that is way wrong. That's better. That's better. Let's just flat him in. I'll fix his eyes in a bit. Fix his mouth too. Make life easy on myself. Yes, I could just use the fill tool. But I wanted to color pretty for a bit. Because sometimes you just want to color pretty on a goofy picture. It's a great way to deal with the stress of dealing with stress. Do here. Let's see. I was telling Trelena, and I don't know if any of you follow, but one of my favorite YouTube like short slash fun vid series is called Savage Dad. And during some of the less pleasant times, Savage Dad brought me great joy. And finding out that Savage Dad is now back on broadcast really, Jeremy Litch is doing more Savage Dad just made my week. It really did. And I'm kind of tempted to just leave it there because this is just Nick is getting the feel for the characters. There we are. Yeah, I kind of like where this is going. But the underside needs a color. Give me a big brush because I don't want to spend a lot of time doing this. And I may keep the majority of her outfit white simply because the idea of a drow in all white is another one of my visual jams. And I have almost lined up to be able to keep where I want to be. Time-wise, which I'm rather proud of, because if Xander has his nuggets and fries in, they'll be done in time for me to make my regular lunch, which means it'll be done in time for me to pack everything up and just kind of sail with it. Come sail away with me. Anyway, and now I have sticks running through my head. Dang it. But no worry about what's going on in the background over there because I'm not too concerned. Quick sketching now because it is fun. Heidi, stranger, how are you? You haven't come by and said hello all day. Yeah, I'm going to have to fix that. See, that's why I didn't want to use that. Anyway. No, you're not going to get that window doesn't work. That window is taped up and closed. You can come say hi and interrupt me. Make me stop and have to have another episode where people wonder what Friday's picture is going to be. Sir? Well, come on. Come here. People want to see you. You going to come out? Yeah. No, that doesn't open anymore. Come here. Come on. Here. Is that in your way? Is that what's bugging you? Oh, no, you're going to sit off camera? Okay. You can sit off camera. You'll let me work? I appreciate that. You can let me work? Oh, you're doing good. Oh, no. That character actually has a whole background and lore and everything else. Do you know why I draw so many elves thesis? Aside from the fact that I enjoy them. I draw them because they are relatively popular. And after a few decades of doing this, you get to where you know what the audience by and large wants. That looks better. Oh yeah, you can creep around. You're getting on camera anyway, Stuart. Yeah. Hey, if you go on that, you're gonna knock things down and fall. Come here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. Well, I know you guys want the interruption. Yeah. There you go. Hi. Are you telling me it's getting break time? It's getting lunchtime? Huh? Is it getting lunchtime? I'd probably starve if it weren't for you cats. There you go. And although with these comments, now I am tempted to have the lost tribes of the tropical Matterhorn be the elves, because you guys are requesting it. See? I listen. Oh, I'm just getting a little tired today. A little cranky. Ah! Although, wait a second. Wait, there's something that happened there. Something accidentally happened there. Orlando Bloom helped with it. You're not wrong. Oh, that works nicely, doesn't it? I think that works nicely. Oh, that just adds a whole new layer of. Yeah, I'll take that. I will take that. Thank you, Mr. Brock. You were very helpful. Anyway, we'll just go. Because I don't really want to put the details into the airship right now. This is just how I save ideas. Mr. Brock. And yes, I don't usually, oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Oops. I don't usually sketch this much. This is a very scratchy, sketchy piece. But I'd be lying if I said I don't kind of like it. It's fun. It's fun. So what we're going to do real quick is add some gray to things. And then I will move on to the next picture because we are hopping and popping at this point, and I have a lot to do. So we'll do this. Because, yeah, I'm going to have to play quite a bit with these characters and their coloration. But I'm kind of seriously digging what I'm seeing. And I am also due possibly for some new villains.
You so-and-so, no.
Well, they have to be new villains for my story, bud.
Oh.
So, if I rough sketch these fellas out, they could very easily become my new villains for the game. And they'll get a complete redraw when I am so informed. So, like, she has a lot of influence from Vampire Hunter D in appearance. Oops, that wasn't intentional. And I'm seeing some Vampire Hunter D. A little bit of Gene Davis from Cutthroat Island, I think. Just a little bit, though. I'm not seeing like Elizabeth Swann. I'm definitely seeing a little Gina Davis there. And sometimes I like to throw a picture up like this that isn't done and isn't polished. Not for my sake, because I know what my stuff looks like when it's just grabbing at ideas and concepts. But because it's good to show some of my audience. Oh, yes. Grok drinking grog will definitely be a thing at some point. And Grok with, like, his giant spiky axe solving problems through concussive maintenance will be a thing. But I don't know her name. So we will file save this. Did I time lapse? Yeah, I should sign it. I should sign it. Because this is what experimentation feels like, guys. This is what tests and trials feel like. And I realize I got some things wrong I need to fix, but that's okay. We'll file save as the Hatton and Mr. Grok test. I have a lot of images that have test at the end. That means I am using them as literally just trials, character design stuff that's not usually meant for publication. We're going to export that. And then I'll do one more, which will get me right about on where I need to be. I can see the Lady Deadpool influence. Oh, yes, Tropical Matterhorn was great. And I love things like that because it all files into the mix of input for creativity that I do. What am I doing? Oh, I know what I'm doing, and it's not that. Bam. Legible, doable, file, export single layer, JPEG, NTF2 2625. Boom. That means I need to do one more, but oh, I don't know if that got exported right. So I will have to export JPEG, see if it lets me do it again. Okay, it exported right, but I'm going to do it anyway. Hit OK, hit OK. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, new. It may have glitched, but we'll deal with that either way. And I'm going to run an ad, and then I need to do something. I've known some people named Caredwin. Very much have I known people named Caredwin. And yes. Thank you. I want her to be that, fall into that realm of the anti-villain, the way you have anti-heroes. Just kind of on the other side. You know, at least 20% more likely to knock you out and sell your kidney. But she probably won't kill you. Sorry, I had a character who, at one point, the party was funded entirely by him getting knocked out and then his assorted parts sold off to the magical creature black market. Because don't worry, it'll all grow back.
Finally, it's time for the follow-up to the hit modern fantasy comic book, Beowulf. Victor, the reincarnation of the legendary warrior Beowulf, is plagued by visions of his ancestor facing off against his most infamous rivals, Grendel and Grendel's mother. Victor, with his lovable sidekick and spirit guide Moony the cat with magic powers, must reevaluate everything they've come to believe in this epic adventure. Were Grendel and Grendel's mother actually the monsters they were portrayed as in storybooks? Could somebody be using dark magic in an attempt to resurrect Grendel and his mother in a petty act of revenge? For the answers to these mysteries, plus plenty of action, humour and magic, check out Beowulf, Grendel's Curse. This is a 3-issue miniseries, with each issue being over 30 pages. Get it now for a limited time on Kickstarter.
I just got the memory that 11 years ago, a gentleman brought his gigantic parrot into Home Depot, where I was working at the time. It was the only place that had uniform clothes I kind of really liked, because I'm rather fond of the color orange. So now I have to decide what I'm drawing. And I really think I probably should just draw a little guy. So, not in red, though. That's ominous. We don't need an ominous little guy. Yeah, we'll go 0. Not in red, please. If you please, Mr. Croc. Guy. We're drawing a little guy. We'll go by the old chibi rules. Oh, I haven't done anything chibi in a long time. So let's chibi somebody. Who needs to be chibied? I need to figure out what kind of character I want to chibi. Well, if I chibi a dwarf, you just get a dwarf. Okay, fine. I saw the laugh. Chibi a dwarf to get a dwarf. We could do that. That means we need to make the belly a little stouter. We need to make the jawline basically square. Like muscles. Chibi dwarf power. No waist to speak of. Okay, so if I gave him the hat, he would be a lawn gnome right now, but that's okay. Ah. But because he's a dwarf, he has to have like at least sense of big old boots, so I'll make him slightly taller, but it's almost all boot that is adding to his height. There we go. We got How do you know he's a dwarf? Beard. Beard is dwarf. Somebody I know got a brand new Stein. So I'm going to give the dwarf a brand new Stein. Big old dwarf nose. Mustache into Stein. Little low set eyes. Tactical attack eyebrows. Over here. Again, I'm treating this just like I'm drawing regularly. I'm not using my litany of tricks. Let's come back here. Give him a helmet. Yeah, let's give him a helmet. I love the idea that his eyebrows are so bushy they actually give him protection. He doesn't need to cover them with his helmet. Yeah, I like this. And we'll give him a big old wide belt. Just drawing a little guy today. Big old oversized gloves. Who's messaging me? Yes, I know. I'm running low on time. It's fine. Big old honking glove. We've got a nice little pickaxe thing going here, and we're just going to save some time. Oh, that's not closed. Haha. There we go. And we'll just do this. And we'll go. Boom, boom. Nice. Rough. But his helmet shiny. Now, let me get the eraser real quick, and we'll just clean up some of these goofball sketch lines. Can you imagine, though, like, just think for a moment how much dwarves would absolutely love the concept of coffee? Like, a drink that lets you work more? Do this. With the fact that there have been about 12 Mondays this week already, the level of, the resonance of this dwarf is so strong right now that I am drawing it for next Friday. You know what? I want this pencil again. Hold on. No. Hold on. Grab that dude. Get over there. Okay. Delete. And yes, he needs cleaning up because I am very much rushed, but the concept will leave. He needs to go over there so I have room. Room for what? I need a pen. There we go. He has knees. There's just not very lot of them. am a dwarf and I'm digging this coffee! Okay, now, because this is right and just. Did I just type on my own name? Yep. Was this rushed? Yes. Does it need work? Yes. Does it radiate in such a way that I want to redo it and make it into a t-shirt or something? Or like a coffee mug? So yes, coffee dwarf is a thing now. I don't know what that means yet, but coffee dwarf is definitely a thing. There we go. There. Oh, Lord in heaven. Let's take this. I don't know if he's close enough to do this, but let's see if we can. Close enough. He's closed. This wasn't. I could fix it. Maybe. You know what? A better idea. Add a layer. Put it down under. Big eraser. Hard. Yes, I will be revisiting Coffee Dwarf. Heck, I might make a Coffee Dwarf pin. I don't know. Is that something you guys would like merch of? In fact, I'm going to be doing new merch for this convention. So if there's any of my little IP things I've drawn that you guys really, really want to see merch of, now is a great time to tell me. And then we'll just go. Because I don't think I have resonated with a dude quite so hard as I have Coffee Dwarf in quite a while. And I can spend hours working on one picture and be like, that's fine. Then I can throw out something this ridiculous and go, this is it. This is what I'm about. This is me. This is who I am. Get rid of those lines. There we go. I feel kinship with this dwarf. So yes, okay, we will go file. Tell me I didn't time lapse. I always forget to time lapse the best ones. Okay, file. X save as Coffee Dwarf. File. Export single layer PNG. And yes, he will get a proper redraw. coffee dwarf may be the solution to a great many problems. But yes, we'll just never mind the furthermore. I am so tempted every time I write that to go, one of these days I'm going to do a rant episode and call it Oops All Furthermore. File, export single layer, JPEG, NTF, what are we up to? I see what happened. I renamed the picture accidentally. Or I say both. Yeah, well, we can fix that. NTF2 2028, I think. 25. Sure, rock on with that. Yep, save. I see what happened. It is fine. All right, we've got through our images. God help us all. Possibly God save the king. Except no. I'm going to say God the king because we are in America, and contrary to popular belief, we have. Okay, let's see. Caradwin, alluring. And yeah, Caradwin is a good name. I'd better get busy. Not much snow left, but roads are going to be slow. Caffey hump day. Take care and have a great middle of the week. Thank you. Obey the beard. Little caffeinated dwarves. I think that's how you get windrows. Now I'm just picturing groups singing I Am a Dwarf, and I'm digging a hole at 3x speed. Oh, I'm a dwarf, and I'm digging a hole. Oh, no. Mr. Vibe said I should drink coffee during work hours. Would they sound like that down under Australian? No, but all drow have Australian accents. Love a print of the dancing flowers you did a while back. Okay. Schmite makes right. Yes, indeed it does. So we are 2.5 hours. It's 12:30. Typical. Typical Wednesday. We're going to run some ads and then we'll wrap up.
Which is worse, parental interference in your job or a person with a weapon when they shouldn't have one? Working security can be boring, but some conventions are a blast. Find this and all of Donna Carlene's books at lulu.com or look for her on ndcd.org.
Ooh, sorry. I was delighted because I think I just heard the mail come in. And we need to run.
Welcome, friends. I'm Belated Thesis, and this is my tea house. Come join me every Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time as we discuss Chinese culture, history, philosophy, and of course, martial arts. You can find me at youtube.com/BLADETH3SIS. Pull up a chair, grab a cup of tea, or the drink of your choice, and join the discussion.
Oh, I'm still here, folks. I just want you to hear from.
Hi, bunnies. This is Robin Yoda. Just wanting to let you know I have a Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Robin Yoda. You can catch me there Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific playing Stardew Valley, Saturdays at 2 p.m. playing The Sims 4, and Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific playing a random game from my Game Pass library. You can also find me Mondays on my YouTube channel, Robin Yoda the Lilac Bunny. I hope to see you all there. Thanks for watching.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
I'm still here. Yes, my friends. We have had a very artful show. I have a whole lot of things that I have to make go. And I'm just going to tell you this. Right now, things are spicy. I am spicy. There's a lot of spice going on. There's no point in me warning you anymore. I've spent decades warning you. Therefore, I will advise this. As soon as you can, start your seedlings. Plant what you have. Create what you can and store what you can acquire. It's going to get bumpy. But in spite of that, and in some cases because of that, some folks will prosper. And they'll prosper by looking at the situation like this. What can I do that is good? What problem can I solve? What help can I do? Because as the pendulum swings, so too does it return. And throughout history, the greedy and the powerful have done things to acquire both wealth and power. And for a time, they hold it. And things are smooth for them and everyone else suffers. Without the escape valves that civilized society has brought thus far, it will manifest in other ways. Your job now, my dear duckies, is to survive it through making community, maintaining connections, and not cutting people off. You know who I'm talking to. This is one of those mass-produced Cinderella moments like earlier. If you think I am talking to you, I am. If you're not sure, I probably still am. But there comes a point where dread turns to acceptance and acceptance turns into application of a plan if you have one. If you don't have a plan, it is not quite too late to formulate one, but everything starts with a plan. Make it, okay? As the rest of this week went on, spare some time to yourself to make the plan and work the plan. Because when you are making a plan and you are working a plan, anxiety goes out the window. Because if you don't know what to do, you look at your plan. You go, it says I should do this. Okay. I'm excited because part of my plan, see, my goal has been and has consistently been to provide opportunities for small businesses and creatives to expand their reach, to help people help other people. I want to make ripples. It is biased. It is self-serving because I have this diabolical and villainous urge to have a world I actually want to live in, with people I want to actually associate with. So, IndieCD.com. I have to do some adjustments here. We need that. You get to stay. You, however, don't. And right now, Brian, I love you dearly, but I need full screen privilege here. Free admission, March 8th, 2025, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. We should be able to set up the night before, just like last year. We do have spaces for more vendors. It is still set for about $40 because I don't want to have to go, by the way, guys, only so many people showed up, so I have to raise the rent. No. I'd rather have more people show up. If you genuinely cannot put together $40 in this time of madness, reach out to me anyway. Arrangements can always be made. Okay? While this isn't a charity, I like to be as charitable as possible. And if you are looking for something to do March 8th, well, shoot, why not come out to a free event where you can see authors, artists, musicians, creatives, crafts. Some people will be doing craft demonstrations. There will be free gaming opportunities. There will be a trophy. There technically will be two, but man, second place. Whew! But with you bunch of blessed lunatics, it wouldn't surprise me if people fight for that second place trophy, because that's just something else. Huge thanks to Joe Bachman. Come out, have a good time, maybe visit the kitchen, which is oddly green, and support each other, supporting each other. Because if no one else shows up, we can shop at each other's booths and have a grand old time. But I have faith. So, where are we? We are right here. And we are right here. Guys, keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating, because if you do, you can edit it. You can improve it. But you cannot edit a blank page. I love you. I do. As humans, as sentients, as sapients, as whatever, a bunch of ambulatory, mostly mammalian creatures wandering the face of this earth with insufficient fur and far too many delusions of our own grandeur I love you, and you should too. I will be back Friday for Nevermind the Furthermore. I will at least be in the chat tonight, my medical stuff providing. You guys will be at IndieCD. An independent creator directory, so YouTube channel, so that you can watch a whole bunch of creatives for creatives at play. You will. I'm not asking. Do not mistake this as this is an order from the higher ups. The powers that be decree it, so make it so. And this Saturday I will be over in the Thesis' tea house, spilling the tea, so to speak, like the Western barbarian that I truly am. And most of all, I hope I'm in your hearts, helping you lighten your load, be amused or distracted for a while, and moving on up to the east side, to that deluxe apartment in the sky. Toodles all.